Have you noticed your legs feeling heavy, tired, or even a bit swollen by the end of the day? Maybe you've experienced that tingling sensation or numbness that just won't go away. If you're over 60, you're definitely not alone in this, and what I'm about to share with you today could make a real difference in how your legs feel every single day. My name is Dr. Rebecca Parker. I've worked as a physician for over 20 years, and today I focus specifically on senior health. And I can tell you from all these years of experience that circulation issues in the legs are one of the most common complaints I hear from my patients. And the good news is that there are simple, effective things you can do right at home to help improve this. Now, before we dive in, I want to be clear that this information is for educational purposes. If you're experiencing serious circulation problems, pain, or any concerning symptoms, you should absolutely talk to your own healthcare provider. But what we're going to discuss today are gentle movements that can support better blood flow and help you feel more comfortable in your daily life. So why does circulation in our legs tend to slow down as we get older? Well, there are several reasons. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible, kind of like a garden hose that's been out in the sun for too many summers. The valves in our veins that help push blood back up to our heart don't work quite as efficiently as they used to, and if we're spending more time sitting or less time moving around than we did when we were younger, that can make things even worse. Add to that conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or just the general wear and tear of life, and you can see why so many seniors across America struggle with this issue. The consequences of poor circulation aren't just about discomfort either. When blood doesn't flow properly through your legs, it can lead to swelling, varicose veins, slower healing if you get a cut or bruise, and in more serious cases, it can even increase your risk of blood clots. That's why taking action now is so important. You don't have to just accept this as part of getting older. If this is resonating with you, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps other seniors find this information that could really help them. Now let me share with you the first and most important stretch that can help improve circulation in your legs. And this is something you can do whether you're sitting in your favorite chair watching TV or standing in your kitchen while you're waiting for your morning coffee to brew. This stretch targets the calf muscles, which act like a pump to help push blood back up from your feet and lower legs toward your heart. We call this the calf muscle pump, and it's absolutely essential for good circulation. Here's how you do it, and this is so simple. If you're sitting down, extend one leg out in front of you and flex your foot, pulling your toes back toward your shin as far as comfortably possible. You should feel a gentle stretch in your cuff. Hold this for about 5 seconds, then point your toes away from you, stretching the front of your ankle. Do this back and forth motion about 10 times on each leg. If you're standing, you can do a similar movement by standing near a counter or sturdy chair for balance, then rising up on your tiptoes and slowly lowering back down. The key here is the movement itself because every time you flex and point your foot, you're contracting and releasing those calf muscles, which helps squeeze the blood vessels and push blood upward. Now, why does this work? From a medical perspective, your calf muscles contain deep veins that run alongside your bones, and when these muscles contract, they compress those veins and force blood upward against gravity. When the muscles relax, the veins fill with blood again from below, and the one-way valves in your veins prevent that blood from flowing backward. This pumping action is so important that doctors sometimes call your calf muscles the second heart because of how much they help with circulation. When you're not moving your legs regularly, this pump doesn't work effectively and blood can pool in your lower legs, which is exactly what causes that heavy, swollen feeling so many of you know all too well. I remember a patient of mine, a 72-year-old woman named Margaret from Ohio, who came to see me complaining that her legs felt like lead weights by the afternoon. She loved gardening, but found she couldn't spend as much time in her flower beds as she used to because her legs would just give out on her. I taught her this simple ankle and calf stretch, and I told her to do it every hour throughout the day, even if just for a minute or two. When she came back to see me 6 weeks later, she told me with tears of joy in her eyes that she'd been able to work in her garden for 3 hours straight over the weekend, something she hadn't been able to do in over 2 years. But that's not all. Let me share with you a second technique that works beautifully alongside this first stretch, and this one focuses on your overall leg circulation by incorporating a gentle leg elevation routine. This is particularly helpful if you've been on your feet a lot during the day or if you tend to sit for long periods. Here's your simple protocol for this. 2 or 3 times a day, especially in the afternoon and evening, find a comfortable spot where you can lie down or recline. Take a couple of pillows or a folded blanket and prop your legs up so your feet are higher than your heart. You want your legs elevated at about a 45-degree angle if possible. Stay in this position for 15 to 20 minutes. While you're lying there with your legs up, you can do those ankle flexes and points we talked about earlier, which doubles the benefit. You're using gravity to help drain fluid and blood that's been pooling in your lower legs, and you're activating that calf muscle pump at the same time. What's happening in your body during this time is really quite remarkable. When you elevate your legs above your heart level, you're reversing the work that gravity has been doing all day. Blood that's been sitting in your lower extremities can flow more easily back toward your heart, and this also helps reduce swelling in your ankles and feet. The lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing waste and excess fluid from your tissues, also works more efficiently when your legs are elevated. Many of my patients tell me they feel immediate relief from that heavy, achy feeling, and over time, doing this regularly can actually help strengthen the walls of your veins and improve their elasticity. During those long winter months that we experience across much of America, especially in the Midwest and Northeast, when it's too cold or icy to get out for your usual walk, this becomes even more important. You can do this routine while watching your favorite show, reading a book, or even talking on the phone with your grandchildren. Write in the comments, have you tried leg elevation before? Did it help you? I'd love to hear about your experience. Now, if you want access to more detailed protocols, additional exercises, and personalized advice for senior health, consider becoming a channel member. I share even more comprehensive information there that can help you take control of your health and feel your best every day. Let me give you a third powerful technique that brings everything together, and this one involves a gentle walking routine combined with specific breathing that maximizes circulation throughout your entire body. Walking is one of the absolute best things you can do for leg circulation, but the way you walk and breathe while you're walking can make a tremendous difference in the benefits you receive. Here's how to do this effectively. Set aside 20 to 30 minutes a day for a walk, and it doesn't have to be all at once if that's too much. You can break it into 2 10-minute walks or 3 shorter walks throughout the day. While you're walking, focus on taking deep, rhythmic breaths. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 steps, then breathe out through your mouth for a count of 4 steps. This rhythmic breathing does something really special because it helps regulate your heart rate and ensures that oxygen-rich blood is being pumped efficiently throughout your body, including down to your legs and feet. Pay attention to your posture while you're walking too. Keep your shoulders back, your head up, and really feel your feet rolling from heel to toe with each step. This full range of motion in your ankle and foot activates all those muscles and helps that pumping action we talked about earlier work even better. If the weather is nice, walk outside and get some fresh air and sunshine, which has additional benefits for your overall health. If it's too cold, too hot, or the weather just isn't cooperating, walk inside your home, at a local mall, or at a community center. Many senior centers across America have walking programs specifically designed for older adults. The science behind this is straightforward but powerful. When you walk, every muscle in your legs is working, contracting and releasing in a coordinated rhythm. This creates a continuous pumping action that moves blood upward from your feet all the way back to your heart. The deep breathing increases oxygen levels in your blood, and that oxygen-rich blood nourishes your muscles, your organs, and yes, even your brain. Regular walking has been shown in research to not only improve circulation, but also reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes complications, and even dementia, which I know is a concern for so many seniors. I had another patient, Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Michigan, who was dealing with such poor circulation that his feet would turn almost purple when he sat for too long. His doctor had warned him about the risks, and Robert was genuinely scared. He started with just 5 minutes of walking around his living room, doing those ankle stretches we discussed, and elevating his legs 3 times a day. Within 3 months, not only had the discoloration improved dramatically, but he also had more energy, was sleeping better, and felt like he'd gotten a piece of his life back. He told me he felt 10 years younger. So let's bring all 3 of these solutions together because they work synergistically, which means they enhance each other's effects. Start your day with a few minutes of ankle flexes and calf stretches while you're still in bed or sitting at the edge of your bed. This gets your circulation moving right away. Then, sometime during your morning, take one of your walks, focusing on that rhythmic breathing and good posture. In the afternoon, take another walk or do your stretches again, and in the evening, elevate your legs for 15 to 20 minutes while doing more ankle exercises. This creates a rhythm throughout your day where you're constantly supporting healthy blood flow. If you found this helpful so far, please hit that like button. It really does make a difference in helping this content reach more people who need it. You don't have to live with heavy, tired, swollen legs. You don't have to accept poor circulation as just another inevitable part of aging. Your body is incredibly resilient, and when you give it the right support, it can heal and improve even after years of neglect. Every single day that you do these simple stretches, take those walks, and elevate your legs, you're investing in your health, your independence, and your quality of life. Think about what better circulation could mean for you. Maybe it means being able to stand in the kitchen long enough to cook your favorite meals again. Maybe it means being able to walk through the grocery store without having to sit down and rest. Maybe it means being able to play with your grandchildren in the backyard or take that trip you've been putting off because you weren't sure your legs could handle it. These aren't just small improvements. They're the things that give life meaning and joy. And here's something else important to remember. It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your body still responds to movement and care. I've seen patients in their 80s make remarkable improvements in their circulation just by implementing these simple practices consistently. You have more control over your health than you might think, and that's an empowering realization. Now, I want you to do something for me. If this information has opened your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered before, if you feel like maybe there's hope for feeling better, go ahead and like this video. And more importantly, share it with someone you care about. Maybe it's a friend from church, a neighbor, a family member, someone who's also struggling with circulation issues or just wants to stay healthy as they age. This information could genuinely help them, and sharing knowledge is one of the greatest gifts we can give. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm here to provide you with practical, useful health information that can make a real difference in your daily life, and I've got so much more to share with you. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve to move without pain and discomfort. You deserve to have the energy and vitality to do the things you love. And these simple stretches and techniques we've talked about today are a wonderful place to start. Your legs have carried you through your entire life. They've walked you through countless experiences, supported you through challenges, and brought you to where you are today. Now it's time to give them the care and attention they deserve so they can continue to serve you well for many more years to come. If you found this video valuable, I've prepared another one that I think you'll absolutely love. It's appearing on your screen right now, and it goes even deeper into health strategies specifically designed for seniors. I created it especially for subscribers of this channel, and I think it's going to be incredibly helpful for you. Go ahead and click on it, and I'll see you there.